Well, ladies and gentlemen, I have for you what may be the most vile Kari Lake interview we've covered yet. And this highlights the importance of talking about this movement. And Kari Lake is one of the figures of this movement that is denying elections and that is using that denial to justify some horrible things. And so I'm going to show this to you. She's having an interview and the host kind of says a bunch of stuff that she's agreeing with that is almost as clearly as you can say it, promoting the idea that violence is about to be necessary, or it is necessary because of these stolen elections. And it is so dangerous that this is being said, all based on lies. Take a look.
It's great to be back on. Yeah, I mean, fake is a good way of describing it. We've got fake elections, we get fake results, and then we get a fake government. And right now we have squatters sitting in the state house here. It's outrageous what happened on election day. They thought that I would walk away and lick my wounds because this is such a huge behemoth to go up against. But they're wrong. I will never, ever back down from this fight. I am so appalled at what these, I don't know if I can use the word bastards, did to the people of Arizona.
We have been the party of people. We have been the group of
right.
conservative Christians who has avoided, violence or bloodshed at all costs. We have.
He's saying they've avoided violence and bloodshed up to this point, but
really come to the table with everything that we can, and it just seems to be falling on deaf ears. I just don't know how long a dog can be poked before it comes out of the corner and just starts biting. People are concerned about the safety and the future of their children, what we're leaving behind for our kids, with racist, poisonous CRT in our schools and this transgender freak show craze that's happening in front of kids. I mean, freak shows in front of kids that they're inviting to these things. Our
using an anti-trans slur there.
Military has been decimated, completely gutted. We've got a president whose election was stolen just like yours was. I mean, the list, you say that they would only allow you 5 hours.
I don't know how much longer the people can take it.
I don't know how much longer the people can take it. Saying that after he said, we've avoided bloodshed, but how long can a dog be poked? What on earth are we talking about? That is so incredibly dangerous. And again, based on lies, based on things that are not attached to reality. Whenever Kari Lake had her chance to bring her lawsuit to court, it got thrown out. Why? Because she did not provide evidence for the claims that she was making that the election was stolen from her. It's what we saw in 2020. You can repeat a gazillion times that your election was stolen. That doesn't mean that it was. You have to have evidence to believe that. And so then to use the belief, to use this false reality, to justify and to tell followers, and as unfortunate as this is, a lot of people listen to what Kari Lake and those that she associates with, what they have to say. When you tell a massive audience that, we've not been violent up to this point, which isn't true, but I mean, them specifically haven't, but the movement. And now, how much can we be poked? I don't know how much more we can take. That is so clearly calling people to violence. And I think sometimes in politics, that accusation of, you're provoking people to violence can be overused, and that wasn't people's intention. In this situation, it is almost as clear as you can be without just explicitly saying, let's do it. And so that is what terrifies me. That's why I keep checking in on this story, because yes, it's about Kari Lake, but it's about the movement that's behind Trump and her and Steve Bannon and all these people who are specifically and uniquely dangerous in the rhetoric they espouse and the lies they perpetuate. And so I don't know what you do to prevent the very dangerous future we're entering into, where people are thinking that violence is justified based on lies they've been told about the election and just evidence-free beliefs they have. Because I guess the real only solution is to confront them with facts and try to pull people out of this so that movement is weaker and that violence is less likely. But it genuinely terrifies me. And we saw January 6th, but I think if this continues, imagine if Trump's indicted or if he loses another election, what are we going to see? And people like Kari Lake have no care in the world about that, because right now this is benefiting her. As we talked about in a previous segment with her, she's raised $2.5 million since her election. After her election, she's raised that amount because this election denying grift really works, and people chuck money at people like Kari Lake if they are told these sweet little lies, humongous lies. And it's dangerous. It is really, really dangerous and scary. And this is the political reality we're now in, where people are just openly waging an all-out assault on our democratic process and using the lies that they're, pulling out of their you-know-where to justify violent actions like that. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to be a part of what makes this show possible, plus get access to the full video version of the show hours before all the clips are uploaded to YouTube, plus get the full bonus show every single Saturday, you can do so by going to patreon.com/Luke Beasley. That's patreon.com/Luke Beasley. Link in the description.